and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. Hope you're all having a fantastic hump day. Celebrate however you see fit. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. If you don't enjoy this content, fuck you, and comment down below about how mean I am. You should also consider checking us out live at twitch.tv/ProDMJoey. If you're interested in joining any of our games, we do have open slots available. Keep in mind we are a pay-to-play community, so yeah, just reach out and be sure to let me know. Little loud. Players, you all travel back about half a day, so around evening time, when you're looking for your desired destination. I would like everybody to roll me a perception check, please. That means everybody. Okay. Kyle and Ein. As you all are looking around, carefully trying to spot this waterfall, you do come across it with your eyes. Kyle, Ein specifically. You see off the shoreline, roughly about 80 feet or so, is this large crystal blue colored waterfall that is silent to you all over on this side for some reason. It falls down into a massive pool of water that is separated between you and that area by a couple of smaller, large stone structures that look natural in its creation. It makes it honestly fairly difficult to discern or look at.
Oh, well. I think we found what we were looking for. And I point the general area that you were describing.
Looks about right, I assume.
I'll take your word for it.
I don't see anything out there. And you see Rurik with that 7 is looking at the other side of the boat.
Yes, me neither.
Wow.
I give a slight tap behind Rurik's head, and I think we closely as told. I just take my hand on the top of your head and make your hand turn to look in the right direction.
Oh, yeah, no, I see it now. Yes, thank you, Kale.
Oh, okay, that way. Okay.
Wow.
Nine.
Fuck you, Omen.
God damn that cat. Omen is pretty sus, guys.
Yeah.
But
I say
anyways,
we vote Omen off the ship.
you already have multiple times. But anyways, Captain Seashore looks at you all and guess that means y'all are jumping off and heading in. Should I wait around for you, or you'll find your own way about?
How long would you be willing to wait?
I'd give it probably 24 hours before I want to get going.
Well, if you wouldn't mind waiting 24 hours, you would be financially compensated.
And also
What do you
you'd
mean?
have...
We would... right, forgot this guy was from,
Yeah! How do you talk to someone who just doesn't like money?
We
Well, I
already
mean, Rurik was...
pay with our friendship and companionship, you know.
And also, it's going to be easier getting back to Charis with crew on hand.
Could be. Could also be really dangerous if I stay here.
That's true.
Listen, if you can just wait, like as you say, 24 hours, and if we find another way out or taken away from this way out, we might just ask Ayn to send you a quick message and let you know to be on your own.
So long as y'all don't forget about it. But I will wait 24 hours. At that point, I'm heading back home.
Very, very reasonable.
Alright. Now, get the hell off my ship.
Thank you for the ride, good sir.
Yep. You're all welcome.
Thank you for your help, Captain.
Best of luck to you, Captain.
Yep. Keep yourself safe as the priority most of all. I'll see you then.
I always do.
Yeah, thank you, Captain. I jump off the ship and I kiss the ground. Oh God, I missed it.
Oh, we should see you again in within 24 hours.
Yep.
We all TPK in the dungeon.
Or he
Well,
dies out here. One or the other.
Or both.
I can leave Omen with you if you would some company.
I would not.
I suspected as much.
What are the odds that we find an ancient Dracolich within this cave and that he goes out and burn everything in his way?
It might not be much, but I know you don't want Omen's companionship given his prior treatment, but Buster here can stay with you. Right, Buster?
Yeah, that ain't so bad.
Thank you.
Buster's a good boy. Look at him, Omen. You can learn a thing or two.
So asking a demon cat to learn from a dog, celestial dog. They could not be more opposite.
Sure.
Oh
But-
God, that is true.
You don't know that in game that he's a fiend. I'll
Wow.
just point that out. All right. Well, I suppose we are off to this. What was it? Trees or something?
Over a hill, through the woods, to the waterfall you go.
Over the river and through the woods to waterfalls we go.
Exactly. See, we can have appropriate jokes too.
We just need to have 30 inappropriate ones beforehand.
Yeah.
But you know.
Alrighty. So, you all begin tracking over all of this as we previously described before coming across this very quaint but beautiful looking natural phenomenon. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Nope, not that one. This one? Oh, yeah. You see, as you approach closer towards the waterfall, there's no real sound coming out of it, and it's kind of weird that there's a waterfall attached to these mountains, as you see up towards the top, the snow cliffs are snow, and yet it's pulling down into a pool of water in front of you. The pool of water stretches around about 80 feet or so, and the waterfall falls close to the middle of it. So, you have about 25 feet on either side. 30 feet on either side, where it's the open water, and then the waterfall.
So we need to go through or into the waterfall, correct?
I suppose if we get in here, you know, we will be quite the pool party of adventurers.
Well,
According to the legend that we've heard, the entrance should be on the other side of the waterfall, behind it. So it's either we try to swim through it, or we try to find if there is any kind of side walk going up the mountain toward the entrance. Can I see if there is any area behind the waterfall from where we stand that might be some kind of a grotto or protrusion inside the cliff?
So, when you focus upon the waterfall, you see the crystal blue, but it rushes at a speed that does not allow you to pierce through it with your vision. However, you see the waterfall. It's there. And you don't hear it at all.
I mean, we could ask Mickey to check if it's actually a waterfall.
Let me poke it with my stick. And
Okay.
Rorik takes his quarterstaff.
Once we get close enough, I will check to see if it's an illusionary.
Alrighty. What's the range on detect magic?
Eyes of Heresy,
Yeah,
that's 15 feet.
Oh, you would have to wade through the water to get close enough to the waterfall to do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
No chance then.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm going to use
Your echo.
yeah, and then just use it to jump through to the waterfall.
Okay.
I can see and hear through it, and it can be within 1,000 feet of me.
Okay. You send your echo through, and it is on the other side of the waterfall. You see that this appears to be some type of cavern. Very old, but clean. There's no real dust settling towards the middle of the floor, and the walls have bits of cobwebs that seem to have been pushed all the way to the sides.
When the echo goes through, because the echo is sort of physical, right?
No.
Oh, okay, so it's incorporeal or something.
Mostly, yeah.
All right.
Alright, well, there is a grotto inside, and I think if I focus, let me double check this actually.
I thought your echo couldn't be more than 30 feet away from you.
Echo Avatar says it can be 1,000 feet if I'm using that feature.
Oh.
However,
And let me guess, you could do this an unlimited number of times a day?
yeah. You know what else I can do?
Swap places with it?
No matter how far away it is with me. You love letting me play this class, don't you?
I get a free dimension door! As many times as I like!
Balance.
To be fair, I can't take other people with me using this.
Where?
And as a bonus action.
Where?
And as a bonus action. Not as an action.
Yeah, a 1,000-foot misty step.
Yeah. To be fair, it's not very applicable in combat, though. Well, the 1,000 feet part.
Really?
When you have to run away,
Mm.
or when you have to close the distance really fast. Anyway,
So, Arite disappears for sight from all of you. Bing!
I did say there was a grotto inside before going in, so.
Okay. So how deep is the pool of water?
You look at it, and about 25 feet or so.
I'll just... fuck it. I'll just control water to just do the Moses thing.
Okay.
Better call Moses.
Yeah, even split the waterfall with it if I can.
Yeah, you can. You all watch as the open waters are completely opened, and you see the things that were settled at the bottom of this area were bodies. Very old bodies. I hear ringing from somebody. Three of you are the only one unmuted. It's like a boop.
oh, I have a desk fan on here. Just turn it off.
So,
I
the
would
bodies
like
have
to-
been... 1 second, I'm speaking.
Sorry.
The bodies have been completely disturbed that were on the surface or on the base of this little area. and currently are floating with your water over to the side as you parted ways. You see that many of them are wearing armor. A few of them are still a little fleshy, and one in particular looks not really that decayed.
I would like to note the dragon turtle said it was protecting the grave of the intruders. This might be that.
That was the basin.
Right. This is obviously a part of that. Most likely.
Do any of
Well-
them have any breastplates or medium armors that look to be fairly intact?
You could roll an investigation roll for as long as
I have 10 minutes, so
Oh,
do with that what you will.
Yeah, I'll do that. But I'm not gonna like start poking them or anything.
can Rurik look for cause of death?
medicine check. You're gonna have to like pull the bodies out from the water to do that.
Oh, well. Okay, fuck it. Damn.
24. Some of them. You look at one or two of them, and the one that's still a little fleshy, you see that there is a massive, or sorry, not a massive, a very slender, slick, and precise hole at the base of their neck that went all the way through. The other one, there seems to be bruise marks around the neck, and the purplish bloated skin would suggest drowning/suffocation.
Okay, so yeah, well, Rurik's sharing that as he's examining it, and kind of turns to probably who's with him at the Creve.
Creve.
Yeah, Creve. Have you heard of anything that might cause that sort of death?
Well,
Creve.
rope, a big set of strong hands.
Wait, I thought he said it was like pierce, like.
Well, you might want to specify which of the two things that I told you before asking that question.
I guess I should clarify then. The one with the hole in the neck, was that like from a man-made sort of, or a weapon kind of thing, or was that like a proboscis?
It's kind of difficult for you to tell, but considering the precision, it was definitely something hard.
Something.
It's perfect base of the neck where the spine is.
Oof.
And it went straight through. Now, Creve, while he's doing that, you drag one of the bodies out because it does actually have half-plate armor on it.
And it doesn't attack me or anything.
No. The armor stinks like something putrid, and the body lying inside of it also stinks like a body that has been dead underwater for a long period of time.
Alright, I cast Prestidigitation.
Okay.
And try and clean it as I also start to take off the armor.
Wildemount technically does not, as far as you are aware, but the other part of your statement, McKeat, as a Lyceum student, yes, you would be aware of them. Not sophisticated and knowledgeable, but you are aware, fleetingly. Like, we're aware of rockets, we just have no idea how they actually fucking work.
Alright.
But anyways, Creve, you said you're taking the armor off the individual?
Yep.
Okay. It comes off with relative ease, no real resistance.
This is good enough. I've been wanting one of these for some time. And if it doesn't have anything else of note or value on it, I'll start heading into the grotto as well.
Okay. Just carrying it with you, whistling. Oh, and I misspoke. It's not half plate. It's breastplate. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go with Creed and stuff, and everyone else is already in the cave.
Yeah, no, they weren't waiting around.
Oh, we're kind of trying to hurry, hobble his way up because he's old. Everyone, and he'll share his news about what killed these people.
Nope. Just, there wouldn't be a shield there as well that I noticed.
On a 24, I can say no, they wouldn't have shields.
Okay. Yep. Well.
So you all get inside of the waterfall, and around this time, Ein, your control magic or your control water, and you still don't hear the waterfall at all.
This is quite a fascinating place. I wonder what other things will be inside deeper.
Well, we need to be careful of what may have killed those people. One of them that really sort of disturbed me was the one I don't know what precisely it was, but it was hard and long enough to penetrate through the throat into the spine.
He said.
I look at you for a long time and just.
Oh no! Out of character, I know what I said.
I look at him long and hard and just.
Alrighty, out in character, just gonna laugh.
Go ahead, Grief.
Yeah, no, that's just what I said. I look at him and I said, "Where to start?" And then I sigh and just start taking off my studded leather and putting on the breastplate.
All right. The entire process takes you about a minute, I believe.
I think it's like 5
Something
with medium armor.
Yeah, maybe.
What were you saying, Makit?
Oh. Alright. Keep in mind this is purely conjecture, but back in the Lyceum, there was the concept of using gunpowder. Is that a thing, at least? Gunpowder?
Give me a history check. See what you can be aware of. You would know they use some. Oh, hey, look, there's a cat. You would know that they would use some type of combustible substance. It would either be bat guano or gunpowder. Rorik, no, the Empire does not have weapons like that during your era. They don't have firearms. That's a Tal'Dorei special.
Okay. Well, in Lycum, we were aware of weapons using combustible substances, gunpowder, but you could use them to launch a small piece of metal at extremely high speeds. It's possible this is something that's used a similar sort of mechanism. The precision is somewhat unusual, but given the level of magic we're dealing with, I do believe it could be something like that.
It's definitely a good thought, Makit, but when I was looking, the one thing that doesn't support that is there was no trace of what killed it. It was just whatever did it was hard and long enough to go down and pierce his spinal column.
Well, it went all the way through.
Oh, all the way. Okay, I misinterpreted. I thought it was like
perfect, smooth, all the way through.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
and
yeah, never mind then.
it was thin in nature, like pencil thin, just all the way through.
Yeah, in that case, that was I mistook.
So it wasn't very thick, but it was very hard, you say?
No, it had to have been hard enough to make a dent in that bone.
Right.
Was a substitute be going fast enough, but be better for us both.
And while the others were drowned and everything, but we should be on our guard for something that maybe would launch something at us.
Well, it could also be someone with a spear or something like that, maybe.
No, a spear's too thick.
Well, the shaft may be too thick, but not the tip.
No, even the tip is a little bit. It tapers a little bit, so it's wider than the shaft.
Why are you two talking about
Spears.
Ein charisma save.
Listen, I know both of you are hinting at some. I know the two hinting at something far more dangerous than just a spear.
Yeah, no, there was something that maybe it could have been a spear if it was a small spear, but it's with what I know about spears, like I've worked with enough spears and their shafts as well as the tips to know how they work.
Right. Well, anyway, I suppose the best best course of action, I mean, is just to stay on guard and proceed inside. Maybe we should put up some sort of neck cover for ourselves in case this thing likes to attack from behind.
Neck cover.
I mean, my robes cover my neck from behind for however much those would be helpful.
Throw your hood up.
All right. Well, I put Omen on my shoulders and behind. Let's go.
Tank for me, Omen. I just imagined in one stretch of your journey a troll swinging its club at you, and you throw Omen and drop to the ground as he just gets bat across the fucking field.
Just, wow.
That happens. Omen has to stay on this plane long enough for us to see it happen.
You are so fucking cruel with this poor cat.
It slams against a fucking mountain and disappears.
Jesus.
Hey, it's a Hellcat. We can have fun with it.
No, you're just a dick. But anyways.
And it's reflected in your cat.
Ein, as they're having this conversation and you're shaking your head internally and potentially externally, you do hear something. Just echoes. And nobody else seems to react to it.
Which one of you is whistling right now?
Wrestling?
What are you talking about?
Because someone is I hear someone's whistle echoing inside.
Rick will try to hear it now that Ian's pointed it out.
All right, roll me a perception check. You don't hear any whistling. You do hear like a hollow push of air, kind of like there's air flowing into this direction from somewhere else, but it moves through an open and empty landscape, but you don't hear whistling.
I don't hear whistling at all.
Could it be that it is whistling caused by wind going through another entrance and or exit? Ergo, there is an illusion around here?
No, it sounded like a person because they whistle in a melody.
There's only one way to find out what it was, and it's to get deeper into this cave.
True. Well, we'll probably have to go forward and find out what's going on anyway, so...
Let me have a look and try to find any entrances. So is it a cave that go deeper?
Yeah.
Or it's just like a alcove? Okay, so it
No,
goes
it's a cave.
deeper?
It stretches on, but none of you have a visual prowess that... Wait, Creve, do you have bullshit vision?
Yep.
Okay. About 100 feet up ahead, it starts curving to the right. Nobody else can see that far with precision.
There is a slight curve up ahead, going rightwards. I could send Omen ahead to do a bit of scouting.
Wow.
No, I don't trust your
go
cat to
over there,
that.
do a bit of scouting, Omen.
I pick up a peeble, cast light on it, so it has like this moonlight kind of light. Give it to I give one to Ein, another one to Rurik, and I go deeper with Omen. Sneakily.
Right. Roll a stealth check for you and roll a stealth check for Omen.
Okay.
Watch Omen roll in that one.
Hey! You are just as good as Omen.
Oh no.
I'm not that good.
Yeah, you rolled less
It was
than
a 9.
average. Yeah. But anyways, at least you have advantage, right?
Yeah.
To be honest, being compared to a cat when, in terms of sneakiness, that's kind of a compliment.
Keep in mind, you only have that advantage so long as you're holding the key in your hand. So you're holding the key in one of your hands at all times.
Yep.
Okay.
And I've let's say the president that I put a how do you call like a small rope, like the one you a string to the key around my wrist. Oh no, actually I've put it in the, so you know I have a leather armband, my master whatever armband.
Mhm.
I put the key in it.
You have to be holding it, not on your person.
Like, but it's like at my wrist, and so I can hold it while it's still attached to the.
Gotcha. So it's okay. So that's where it dangles, but you can hold it.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm going to
Alrighty.
switch my senses over to Omen so I see and hear through him. And just lean against the wall.
Switching senses means you also telepathically understand everything he's saying. And he is currently hoping that there is something dangerous up ahead, so he can tell all of you assholes that there's nothing up ahead. And then he realizes you're in his head and just goes, "Dick."
I know. You as well. Good to meet you.
There's 15 dragons. It's safe. He knows he's gonna die anyway, so fuck it. Just.
I mean, I think in this case, you might want me to roll the percentile dice. You know, just how many dragons.
Oh, it's
out
no
of
problem.
100?
We're taking the one from before.
So 6
6.
dragons.
Oh, that's not bad.
Wait, ancient or adult?
Ancient.
Okay, good.
We're
good.
fucked.
Why not both?
Damn it.
Damn it, Mika. Stop giving me ideas. So anyways. You walk up ahead 100 feet or so, but keep in mind, everybody else is lagging behind you considerably, but you are stealthing while moving. You and Omen make it down to that area, and when you look down the corridor, you have standard vision for 30 feet or 20 feet, and then dark vision for 40 feet after that. Kyle, you see something kind of horrific up ahead. Right. I was calculating your standard vision to your dark vision. So your dim light 60, standard 20.
Yeah.
You see that there appears to be 5 dead bodies up against the walls. The one closest to you, the head is completely shattered and is embedded into the wall itself. A good little chunk caved inwards towards it. The others all look like they were broken and mangled aggressively and just left there on the ground. Omen communicates to you, Kreve, hoping that you're not in the head anymore. Yup, it's all safe. Might as well come up here.
Oh, I see everything.
Damn.
Go a little bit further in.
Keeps walking.
I'd like to assume that sigh was out loud, so Kale heard it too.
Yeah, Kyle hears and just keeps going.
That's not true. Rorik is pretty nice to him.
It looks at you, raises its eyebrow, and keeps walking.
Okay, stop for a little bit.
It stops, looks back at you, and
Can you
sits
just-
flat on the ground so its back is to the danger.
Yeah, stay here. Stay right here. And I would like to inspect the body. So you said that one was caved in the wall, the another one like
The
got
one's head
sliced.
was
Yeah.
crushed and caved into the wall. Like there is a head-sized hole in the wall.
and there are like, so the other one was sliced.
The other ones look mangled and beaten.
Okay. Are they like skeletons or
No, they're
more
fleshy.
recent-ish? They're fleshy.
Yeah.
Can I try to assess like how long they've been dead?
You'd have to get closer and roll me a medicine check.
I will get closer and roll the medicine check.
Go for it.
I want to. Well, I'll just ask Owen to. Notice if there are any peculiar smells around there.
Have it roll a perception check.
All right.
Yep.
So he has advantage in that. Ooh.
Smells a little like home.
So it smells a bit like sulfur.
A little bit. Blood, sulfur, anger. Not bad.
No.
Kyle, 19. You approach over towards the first body. It's no longer warm, but it's not a frigid cold that you would expect from something that's been here for a very long period of time. You check the armor, and the armor is leather, but it was easily destroyed through with whatever hit this thing. This individual clearly died from bludgeoning to its head, as if something swung and potentially hammer size. I'm not saying it was a hammer, I'm saying potentially hammer size, crushed the head in through the wall. Something hit it with that much force.
I'm gonna switch my senses back to my actual body and just turn to the others and say, there are some bodies up ahead, and it smells a bit like sulfur as well.
Does that mean we should refrain from using fire?
Maybe.
Probably.
But, well, it could also mean that there might be some extraplanar influence, maybe. I know smell of sulfur is sometimes associated with, fiends and the like.
Kyle, however, with your 19 medicine, you can estimate that these bodies have been here less than a month. And this place is supposed to be abandoned.
Is it like the area where we are? Is it looking like a natural cave or more like carved in walls?
It's warped, deliberately produced.
Okay, so in this situation, I have this little thing to me.
A ruin or dungeon. These are considered ruins. However, you need to go... You'll have to go a little further in to discern that. You can discern that this section of the ruin's purpose is to connect you to a different section of the ruin. It's also known as a pathway.
All right. So you said, first question, you said that there was 4 bodies. and
5
you
bodies
described-
total. One
5?
had the head crushed through the wall.
And you described me the death of only 2 of them.
Well, no. The other 4 looked like they were
Oh,
They're mangled heaps. And as you go over and check them, definitely bludgeoning. Their bodies are crushed into one another. Like limbs were shattered and broken from something.
okay. Can I, so it's consecutive question, can I check if there are any tracks on the walls or on the floor of big thing eating those? Meaning I want to assess if it would be a weapon or a natural weapon that would be actually very like stone-like, such as a golem or an elemental, versus a hammer or a fleshy fist that will hit.
Roll me an investigation.
Because I am a bullshit. Yeah. That's a 29.
You check one part of the floor, and there appears to be a dragged, spiked groove that moved up to where these individuals are currently lying, and that moved further past. You can definitely tell the direction was behind to the front, and it's these little tiny grooves that were cut into the floor with ease. And based off of that and the fact that these creatures died from a bludgeoning type death, you can discern that it was probably a morning star.
And it's only on one side, so it's going out, right? The if I understand correctly, like the individual or creature was going out, so it was going toward where the group is now.
No, it was going
okay.
further in.
Okay, further.
With a 29, you discern that it was moving in. It came from behind, and all of this happened. However, a morning star is known for its power, of course. I mean, they're incredible weapons, similar to flails. However, because of the spiked motion, usually it pierces through armor while also slamming, bludgeoning enough to break something. But apparently whatever hit them hard enough to shatter their entire skull and cave it in. Or dismantle their limbs by breaking through them with it. Very, very powerful wielder with that weapon.
Okay. How far am I from the group at the moment?
At this point, they all walked up to you and they're kind of standing behind.
Oh, okay.
Oh, by the way, I didn't want to mention this. Once we get closer after Kreve mentioned the extraplanar beings, just another divine sense.
Okay. You are standing on desecrated ground.
This is not a good place.
You also notice that Omen's a fiend, I'm guessing, since you're
He only notices that there is a fiend nearby.
There is a fiend in proximity, which there usually is anyways. There is a celestial near you, I believe.
Is there?
No.
A fae.
No. Oh, a fae. There's a fae near you.
Yeah.
There's a fae, a fiend, which is normal. You've come to accept that that just seems to be your life.
Though there divine sense doesn't sense a fae, so he wouldn't sense.
Oh no, he senses a fae.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not that he ever sees your owl anyways, but he always senses a fae nearby all of you guys.
Okay.
The grounds here, they've been tainted, desecrated.
That's doesn't even surprise me. And well, those corpse seems to be here like for something like a month, and I actually I don't know what they're doing in here, but they've been destroyed by something else coming from outside and getting further in. So either it's another group of adventurer or whatsoever that try to get in, and this big thingy got with them in his way in, and they were just super unlucky, or they were guardians.
I mean, if I remember correctly, I think this means we're on the right track, because weren't the ruins at the eyes of the lake also desecrated?
If I remember correctly, yes.
Indeed, it is.
So I would like to think this is the right place. Well, we do need to be cautious. Because like last time, there are likely going to be beings here to stop us, like what stopped these individuals. Also, Jerry, so when you mentioned the armors, it's clear that they're not like Empire Scout armors either, right? They're just armor, like adventurers.
Are you proficient in blacksmithing?
No, but I would probably recognize uniforms.
Right. It was how I was going to reply to you. They don't look like Empire specific armor. Like
Okay.
the Empire military has very specific armor. It's not that.
Okay.
But only if you are proficient in blacksmiths would I allow you to roll an intelligence-based blacksmith check to see if you can discern anything about the make of the armor.
That's fair.
So does anybody have proficiency in blacksmiths? Or they're wearing leather armor. Leather workers?
I'm
Nope.
starting to learn how to do leather work, but I'm not proficient.
Yeah, you wouldn't be there then yet.
Wait, what about their clothing? Because I think we have a member who's proficient in weaver's tools.
Oh! You want to discern where their cloaks come from, Creve?
Sure.
Or the capes.
All right, roll me an intelligence-based weaver's check.
Weaver's tools are never useless.
All right.
We're never going to let you give that item up. Just unless you give it to McKeat, and then McKeat will be doing everything with it. Like 9. You look at the fabric, and you start like looking at the stitch inside and the formation of the stitch that goes across it. And like your mind kind of focuses on that, but then your mind starts going, but we can weave. Then you go, huh? Yeah, I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
I don't have a Thursday group.
That's why I wrote it.
Jesus. I was about to say, no, dude, that's my day off. Fuck you. Like, no. I did have somebody approach me about running a game on my day off, and they got very upset when I said you have to pay me double because it's double time, overtime.
All right, let's get further away, further in.
So,
And would you mind not making too much noise, knowing what might be waiting for us within?
You
I
want
try
me,
to.
want me or Omen to come with you?
Heavy armor goes burr.
No, I'm asking. Like, I will go further. Like, some. Actually, having Omen and you inside him might be helpful to be sure that if something happens, you can come up to me fast enough and have the information. But I would certainly want the rest of the group to be as sneaky as possible.
Yeah, I was
We
gonna
don't
say
know
'cause
what's looking in.
It doesn't say I can't move while I'm using it. I'm just blind and deafened, so I could just have like one person on either side of me just guiding me.
Yep.
As I echo near you.
Yeah, your echo doesn't produce noises because it's incorporeal.
Oh, so we can turn Arita the opposite way, and he walked out into the pool.
Just keep in mind if I randomly.
Why can't I breathe?
I think I retain feeling in my echo.
I don't know if it says that, but I don't know.
It doesn't say I don't.
Listen,
We can try experiment.
I'll allow it. You don't feel anything. You just slowly drift into unconscious.
Oh god. All right, I guess we're gonna do that then.
Okay, so you're sending an echo, an omen with Kreve inside of it, phrasing, up ahead with Kyle.
And the Omen is on up my shoulder, so it doesn't make noise anyway. So I'm the only one rolling.
Okay.
And I will assume I'll keep my body with Rurik, my actual body.
One other thing that I should tell you, Kyle. The bodies did not have coin purses on them, but they had strings for it.
Okay.
So, also, all of their weapons and armament are missing. Not armament. They're wearing their leather armor, but their weapons are missing.
There's no shield.
No, all of them were leather wearers. Sorry.
Yeah, you can still use a shield.
Some.
Yeah.
I
Don't
swear
worry,
to
you'll
God.
find a shield when you eventually do something. But anyways, everybody, you keep going forward. Stealth checks.
I was going ahead.
Yes, you were. You, Omen, and those are the only two stealth checks. But everybody else still has to roll a stealth check. Disadvantage still for Arite.
Well, yeah. I'm in heavy armor while also blinded and deafened.
You should give you super disadvantage.
Yeah, not one stuff.
Oh my god, we're back to half decent stealth checks despite disadvantage.
Fine.
Right, here's a question I've been considering.
Yeah.
You're in the cave. Most of the noise you make would come from echoes.
Sure.
If I used adjust density on myself to make myself lighter, and thus make my steps lighter, would you allow me to have advantage on that?
Even at half your weight, it wouldn't grant you anything greater than what a halfling would have. So unfortunately, no. It helps you with a great deal many things, but it doesn't make you not make noise when you walk. It might soften it a little bit, but not enough for advantage.
All right.
Yeah, and that's a whole balancing factor because damn, that ability is good. Okay. Kyle, while you're moving ahead, are you doing anything?
Perception, investigation, looking around for traps.
Which one? Investigation is looking for traps. Perception is hearing and listening for anything that might be up ahead, or if you notice anything odd.
I can listen for anything that might be up ahead if you want to look for traps.
Traps first every now and then, and when I throw the area eyes clean, I stop for a couple of second more to just try to hear my surroundings and do a perception. So both, taking my time.
All right, so if you're doing all of that, you are moving roughly 10 feet every 30 seconds.
Is that so?
Yeah, when you're focusing on both tasks, you're moving absurd. You move half and then half again, which are already halved from stealthing. So you're half.
Which is why I offered to do one of them for you.
Your 30 goes down to 15, goes down to 7.5, which is 8, goes down to 4.
But I can still dash as a bonus action.
4. You're moving incredibly slowly. But if you're okay with that, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think we have a time.
Everyone else in the party, wisdom saves.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry, what?
Wisdom save.
Okay. Rurik's
+4.
Yeah, because Rurik's the one holding on to my body, so.
Wow.
Creve and Arite, you are so fucking pissed off at how slow this is taking you. Both of you are becoming very agitated.
My echo is just gonna like cross its arm and tap its feet right next to Kale.
Shh! You do way too much noise.
The echo doesn't make any noise.
Yeah, but I hear the group is making noise because your sneak check was so fucking bad.
But with 14's not bad.
You don't realize it, but you are sighing as you're walking because you rolled the 1.
Yeah, basically, I've been sighing since we entered, so yeah.
Do I
Is
roll my
everything okay?
my stuff?
Go ahead and roll.
Ine, are you okay? You've been sighing since we left the boat.
It's been really slow, so yeah.
Alrighty, 10 perception. Don't notice anything that bad. 25 investigation. As you're walking ahead, you do notice that there appears to be a tripwire connected over towards the wall and kind of hidden over by paint that is the same color as the wall. And it leads up over a ledge that is beyond your vision.
I'm trying to disarm the tripwire.
Okay. So tripwires, you have 2 options with them. 1, cut it while holding it, move it and reconnect it to the side of the wall so nobody can accidentally trigger it. Or cut it from afar so you trigger the trap and get it out of the way.
Number 1, because if it's some kind of rolling balls that come down in the pathway, it would be an issue. Though I will still do it using my mage hand.
Okay.
I take out.
How are you going to hold on to it without an extra hand?
Okay, so no, I'm not doing with my mage hand, and I do it.
Okay. So you hold it with one hand, and you're about to cut it with the other. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Isn't it Thieves' Tools?
Sure. Use Thieves' Tools.
Yeah. Because my key gives me advantage on that. I'm using my vest.
Okay. Kyle, give me a dex save. Okay. You cut the wire with your tools while squatting on the ground, which immediately drags your hand to the wall, and you're like, holy fuck, whatever this is holding is heavy. And you let go and somersault backwards out of the way as this massive cage swings down the archway with swords, daggers, bludgeoning tools, and everything chained into it that were right where you were just previously standing.
Fuck. Hate it.
I roll a dex save for Omen as well.
Sure.
So if he gets a nat 20, can he do the exact same? Nope.
7. For some reason, Omen was on his shoulder and just... He's gone.
Oh, screw it. Fuck. Okay, I note down. Cal owes me 10 gold.
Wait, what happened, Grieve? You suddenly start talking again,
And
Omen died. There's a trap up ahead.
oh,
and would the
died.
echo?
Omen died again?
is
yes.
Kale okay?
I don't know.
Oh, we should probably hurry ahead to make sure he's okay.
I mean, at the rate he's been going, maybe half a second before we see him.
Would the echo also need to make a a save?
No, it's not real.
I must say, he seems to have some unconventional methods when it comes to dealing with traps. I thought the point was to not trigger them.
He prefers to trigger them well ahead of us so we don't face the danger.
Well,
He
fair
does
enough.
that with enemies too.
He's very considerate that way. If that's thinking back on it, just what he's been doing for us is like I think we need to get him like a cake or something, just to show how much we appreciate him.
Yes, I'm sure he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart.
Well, I wouldn't be opposed to giving him cake.
Kyle, with your passive perception, you hear
Can I look around if I see any
Sure. Give me
person?
I mean, you are
hiding
rolled your
somewhere?
perception. You heard what you heard, and you see nothing but
Okay.
that massive cage. Like, you can look around it. This cage is definitely something rudimentary, very, very quickly put together, clearly, but by expert hands in setting up traps. And it's a physical trap, too, which you have to admit is something you don't come across with people who are experts nowadays. It's not very common that people, aspire to making the coolest and most grandiose of traps that are non-magic. And you also notice that many of these weapons look to be the weapons that were attached to those bodies, or at least in their open sheaths.
I cast Whisper to Rurik, and I tell whoever did that knows we're here. Like it's not Whisper, it's message or something. Like
It's fine. We know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Warwick. Oh, he AFK'd.
Yeah.
Warwick tells you
Okay.
all.
I message Ain. I don't know Rurik.
Ein tells you all.
You can answer to this message if you want to.
What?
You can answer to message.
What's going on?
No, she can't actually.
Why?
She
Nice.
can hear the message, but oh wait, yeah, she can reply.
Yeah, you can always reply to these messages. That's what Not taught us. You can always
You can
reply.
reply to this message.
Oh, exactly.
Is there danger ahead?
I recast message. Beside the big cage of pointy weapons that nearly fall off my head and the weird laughter of a gloomy and sinister creature. Yeah, no, everything's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just tell the others about it. What kills all, basically. There's a cage of a big trap cage of weapons and some sinister laugh up ahead, so we better catch up to him.
Sounds good. I mean, I think that means the time for being stealthy is gone.
Might be.
I agree with that.
Alright.
Yeah.
With
Well,
this being
luckily I-
said, I am happy that you are closer than them to me.
Well, a retake could be next to you in a moment.
Yeah, literally at the
Yeah.
snap of my fingers.
Teleporting meat shield.
Exactly. That's why my echo is up there. So I can teleport the meat shield for him.
What
Yeah,
I
I thought
imagine too is like you switch, but Verk doesn't notice, and so he's just like, escorting your echo.
Well, it would disappear at the end of my turn.
Oh.
And
All I
then,
imagine is like you just using your echo to just give him the middle finger and disappear.
I mean, later I get an ability to just block damage to anyone nearby my echo, using my echo.
All right. Let's catch up and keep going, guys.
Alright.
Yep. We'll
Just
start
the
catching
stream.
up to kill.
Boop, 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 boop. It takes you all 10 seconds to catch up to Kyle.
Yeah.
Came as fast as we could.
You walked
Wrong.
casually.
Yeah, we came as fast as we could.
Kale, you owe me 10 gold pieces.
No, you mistreat your cat. I won't pay because you mistreat your cat.
You triggered the trap in front of my cat.
Not my fault. It's your cat is not fast enough to jump over my shoulder.
Listen, why don't we deal with this later, okay?
Yes, okay.
By the way, what kind of cake do you like? Just totally unrelated question.
Can I answer this question later?
Right, sorry.
Roll me an
We have precedence.
insight check.
He's a gingerbread person, guaranteed.
Ein and Rorik. Insight
shoot.
check.
Damn.
Ein?
Yep, 26.
Oh shit.
Ein, you remember what you got him last year. It was a lemon cream cake for his birthday. It was delicious.
I'm not sure that we've known for that long.
I think the cake is a lie.
You knew someone had to make that joke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised. I actually didn't see that one coming. So I'm.
Lemon cream or cake is a lie?
No, the cake is. I should have, but
yeah,
I didn't.
you absolutely should have. That's on
a
it.
lie. You could say is unacceptable.
I really miss my sound bits because the crickets would have been great right there.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Everyone loves that show.
Anyways.
So, you all move up ahead where you see this very crude looking trap set here, though effective as it was. You also notice something a little. Oh, McKee, you're the one with the bullshit eyes, right?
Yep.
Oh, that chain is that's pretty magical. The tripwire connected to the cage.
What magic idea?
Tripwire or the chain?
The tripwire. It was a wire that held this entire thing up. A pretty thin looking wire too. That if it wasn't for his high investigation, he would not have noticed.
Pretty good eyes there, Kale. That's a magically camouflaged tripwire there.
And everything is natural. No magical eye bullshit. Only my good Aaron eyes.
You still want my magical eyes, don't you?
You all hear from above that ledge, somewhere, echoing. Somebody sounds salty.
If it's any consolation, I've got my normal eyes.
Hey, who the hell was that?
I'm going to call out in Draconic. And who would you be?
What did you just say?
Yeah, it was worth a try.
He said he'd like to talk to you, strange person.
Then talk.
I will say again in Draconic, I am talking. Why aren't you talking?
Can't we all just discuss in a comprehensible way?
Draconic is comprehensible. in
I
Draconic.
am trying to use the common tongue. So please talk back.
In common, I'm going to say, I no speak come on.
Oh, come on.
He totally speaks common. He's just not interested in the conversation.
Wait.
I apologize for my companions. Who might you be, and why did you set this trap?
Me? Oh, I'm nobody. No one at all. Unimportant. Useless, even.
Well, nice to meet you, nobody. But that's an interesting name. Might you come down so we can have a more personable chat? I can brew up some tea.
No. No. The end has already decided. You will be the next victims.
By the way, Joe, as he's been doing this frantic talking stuff, can I gauge how far away he is?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I actually also wanted to try to figure out where the ledge was and how to access it.
The ledge, well, there's the lip, which opens up and heads upwards, which is what I'm calling the ledge, which is roughly about 15 feet away from you all right now, because you're kind of on the other side of that massive cage that moved in. I mean, you're going to have to, move the cage over to get past it. It takes up the majority of this area. 11, they are somewhere within hearing distance of you, but based off the echo, you can't really place it that easily. No, the end has decided. You all die next.
You said
Cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay. What'd you say, Arite?
You said the end has decided?
Yeah. Yes. He's decided. Oh! The Vistus magic.
Can you, could you tell us more about him? And after Rourke says that, but he kind of is trying to subtly hand signal Kale or Ariti to do sneaky stuff forward or something.
Okay.
Ariti with his echo or Kale with his sneakiness.
I say to him or at least say in Infernal, and I'm gonna try an intimidation here. You better shut the fuck up, or we'll just murder you straight up and gut you. But if you're but if you're kind to us, then maybe we won't.
Yes, gut me. In Infernal.
I don't know what you're saying, Creve, but it's a bit guttural, and I don't know. It sounded pretty complimentary.
Makit, unfortunately, you hear this entire transgression. Unfortunately, Creve, your intimidation tactic doesn't seem to work. The person seems a little too disturbed to be afraid.
So this the end. Can you tell us about him or her or whatever their denomination is? We won't judge.
The end. They are the one trapped here. Oh, ready to rip free. Just needs a little more sacrifice. I'll get them for you. The voice begins moving further away as you just keep hearing, I'll get them for you.
Wait, sacrifices, what kind? There's a cat here that we usually have that might be...
While they're talking, I didn't want to interrupt, but I cast invisibility and I try to go on the side of the, how do you call it, squeeze on the side of the cage.
Okay.
And find it while they're talking.
Okay. Roll me an athletics check to move it so you can fit through.
Athletics. Yay!
Hey! Now tie that in with a sleight of hand, please.
Yes.
Do it. Quiet.
I'm invisible, so
that makes no difference on how quiet.
Okay. I should have said that before.
It shakes a little bit. Which does rattle a little, but by the time you get on the other side, all of you do see it moves slightly and then swings, but it only made a little bit of a it's not very stable. It's worse than scale mail armor. But you get on the other side by the time the voice has echoed far enough away that none of you can hear it any longer.
Oh crap!
Ah, that was a bit worrisome. But at least we know the name of whatever we might be have to deal with down here, and also one of his minions.
Not sure he is a minion. Well, maybe I don't know.
But at least he thinks he's on service to them.
Or he was.
Well, I mean, McKee, he just admitted to be in service to them.
They may not see it that way.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you say that?
They're dealing with something named the End. That's the type of name you sort of run away from really fast.
I mean, from metaphors I've heard of, the end is just another beginning.
Right. Well, fiends also sometimes like to put on a pretentious, take on a pretentious name to inspire fear. Although it could, of course, be warranted. But,
well, you know what they say about devotion created by fear. I don't. I just figured someone else would.
No, I actually had not heard that one, so I was waiting expectingly because that sounded like it'd be really good.
Well,
Rurik, I feel like if
he
anything
said,
was
"I'll get them for you," or something like that. But I'm not sure if he meant he would get us for it or get it for us, or them.
Roll an insight check.
Not my strong suit, but I'll try.
Okay. You all are the them. He seemed to be speaking to something else, presumably the end.
Pretty certain he was talking about bringing us to it, or them, as it were.
Well, regardless, unfortunately, given how mentally disturbed he sounds, I don't think we'll have to resolve this peacefully. And Rurik goes ahead and he straps the quarterstaff back away and pulls out unsheaths the sword.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's plenty obvious. Anything done with sacrifice is not a good thing after all.
That's depends on the sacrifice, but not the kind that takes someone's lives like this.
Do the SpongeBob thing where he points at the corpses like,
Oh no, just the way you phrased it and stuff with sacrifice, like, someone sacrificed their time and effort to do something, and
No, I literally meant the corpses behind.
Oh. Yeah, no. Rurik does not. That's not kosher for Rurik either.
How large did you say this chamber was?
The width of the chamber is only about 5 feet wide, and the cage that swung down is about 4 feet in total, which means you only have half a foot on either side. Which is why you kind of have to move it to wiggle through.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just push the cage aside for them to pass through before I go through.
Alrighty. You have the powerful build, so you kind of like scoot it over to the side, and it's very loud the entire way, just and you like get it over towards the wall where you like jiggle the weapons, dropping them down so you can push it even further against the wall, and now there's enough space for all of you to walk through. Arite, you kind of have to walk sideways because you are Dragonborn, big build, long build.
By the way, you mentioned the weapons. What kind of weapons are in that cage?
There's rapiers, short swords, daggers, hand axes. There appears to be hunting knives, sharpened forks, cutting knives, and a couple of hand hammers as well, smaller ones.
What was the last one, sorry?
Hand hammers,
hammers.
like the small hammers.
How many hand axes are there?
3.
I will pick up 2 of them unless someone else wants.
Rick will take the last one.
While the group is passing through, Kael is trying to find where, as being invisible, he can move a bit faster.
Yep.
And he tries to find where the creature, as we call it, might have been standing while talking, and find any tracks of where he might have gone.
All right, go ahead and roll me another stealth check. Advantage, of course.
Yeah. I'm not feeling good today.
Where? 22. Anyway. It's good enough. Isn't that the rogue's motto? Good enough? Anyways. As you move out past that threshold, with your passive, you see that there is a slight reflection above where you would be moving if you went all the way past the threshold. So you kind of like peek, and there is a very large guillotine just set up right outside this door. They put traps on traps.
Ugh. Investigation to try to find the traps and
Oh, it's easy because you found the previous one. It's a tripwire.
All right. Mage hand, walk back to the group. Cut the tripwire.
All right.
I assume that seeing the guillotine, it would just drop
Straight down.
straight down. Yeah. So
That's what you can
using
assume.
mage hand.
All right, have your mage hand go ahead and roll me a thieves tools check. Keep in mind the mage hand does not have the key in it.
While he's doing that, I'm going to activate my ghostly gaze and start looking at the walls, trying to find if there are any like hidden compartments or hidden doors. Or...
Can you roll that in chat for me, please? It's been a while since somebody used ghostly gaze.
Yep.
Already. Don't already have it. The specialty site lasts for 1 minute until your concentration ends. During this time, you perceive objects as ghostly, transparent images. Once you wait, what? You can see through solid objects to a range of 30 feet. All right, so you're looking around yourself or anything like that.
Yep.
You peer through the wall, and to your right, roughly about 20 feet away, there's another corridor. Up ahead of you, you see through the walls yet again into an open chamber that has some religious iconography that looks ancient and is covered in bloodstains over the face portions to give them smiley faces, all of them, with droopy eyes. You also see underneath you, by about 10 feet or so, there is something, an open chamber, but wide open, completely open. Now, as you do that, all of you hear Kael for a brief second going, motherfuck, and then snip. A massive guillotine just slams down over that doorway that all of you were about to head over towards.
Do we hear the laughter again?
Echoey, but yes.
Rourke's just gonna kind of call out, "Ah, my leg! Ah, it got me! Ah!"
Roll a deception check.
Oh no, Kale, where did your hit go?
God damn it!
Oh no, my leg! Ow, my back!
Oh god, back! Oh god! Ah!
My
Oh,
cabbages.
I'm okay. Like it's.
Guys, there is a wide open chamber or a grotto maybe underneath us. Also, a little bit to that direction over there, there's a chamber of sorts with some religious symbols, it looks like.
Unless you can find a way to get in.
Well, I can
Yes.
teleport in with one of you if you want.
I think you should bring Kale then. Kale's great at this sort of thing, and I think he would understand it
trigger
better.
in track before you do.
Well, I will just let you know that if we do go in like that, I cannot teleport out again.
That's problematic. Maybe we should, if that's the case, maybe we should try to find a way out here to get into there.
We could just hope for the best, you know.
Yeah, no. Once the last time we did that, we encountered 15 dragons, and we were lucky we can jump out. I won't try if we don't have a escape way, secured one. So let me just check if there is another trap, because like there is never to be without three. What's the English term for that? Like in French, we say never, jamais 203. But
Go ahead, roll another investigation.
yeah. Is there an English stuff to say never two without three?
No.
It's
You look up
French.
ahead and you think they only had one backup plan. You would have to be sane to have two backup plans.
He might be megalomaniac and completely paranoiac, but he's not sane enough to have two backup plans. So
Unfortunately, there are no like hidden shortcut tunnels or anything like that. At least none that I can see. But I'm a bit worried about this open area beneath us. I mean, if the cave, if the floor caves in or something, then well.
Please, can you not give Fate ideas?
I'm fate now,
Yeah.
apparently.
Give fate ideas. I don't believe in fate.
I don't think that's how fate works either.
Sometimes.
Typically, the world hears you give ideas and it responds.
Sounds a little bit metagamey to me.
Oh, what's this metagame you mean?
Hey, guys, we're not supposed to know about that stuff, remember?
By the way, why are there sudden...
Creve looks directly at the camera. Just
I was about to make a joke about the metagaming pigeons. Like, why are there suddenly pigeons in here?
Right. Well, I suppose Kale can go ahead and trigger all the traps he wants and see if we find a way inside.
Okay.
I don't see any other traps, so
No.
at least we can move further.
You all enter into a fairly large chamber. The ceilings stretch on about 80 feet or so upwards before crossing into many different pathways that look like the one you are stepping out of. Directly to your right, roughly about 20 feet away, you see that there's another pathway that seems to have the same type of shape as yours, just heads deeper towards the left. As you enter into this room, you all see the religious iconography or ritualistic iconography. It's difficult to discern. There are many different faces across the walls, podiums, and floors of figures that may have been revered to some culture, some community. However, all of them have been desecrated with blood-stained smiley faces and droopy eyes. And now that you look at all of this, I think this is where we're going to end the session for the week. We'll be back in 2 weeks, everybody. See you around.